Shenanigans. All I have to say is shenanigans. What I see going on right now is absolutely ridiculous. This is somewhat of a response video to Pistol Packing Pilot. Shout out to him. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out. If you like his videos, subscribe. I agree. Things are going to get interesting and difficult. I just pulled up the electoral map right before I started recording this video, and Biden was at 248, and Donald Trump was at 214. After I hit the record button, Biden jumped up to 264. This is not looking good, but I think there's more going on behind the scenes that we need to wait for. There have been a couple of instances where voters were given Sharpie markers, and if you're familiar with the way voting ballots and machine reading works, Sharpie markers don't work on ballots. It has to be a ballpoint pen. The voting staff, or vote support staff, whatever you want to call them, at the booths, giving people the ballots and the pens, were handing out the Sharpie markers. Now, this was occurring in Arizona and I believe Pennsylvania. Don't quote me on that, but at least 2 states, possibly more. And so those ballots are going to have to be most likely hand counted. If they get rejected, that's going to be ludicrous, because those people deserve to have their votes heard and to have been given a Sharpie marker by personnel that know full well that that type of pen is not legitimate for ballots is fraud. It's fraudulent. There's nothing really else to say about that. We have hundreds of thousands of brand new voters coming in that have never done this before and are completely unaware of what they're doing. And so they just happily grabbed the Sharpie marker and voted down the board. And I'm sure that's going to have an impact on what we're seeing currently. Now, if things do end up going contested and going to the Supreme Court, that stuff's probably going to come into play. Regardless of all of that, like Pistol Packing Pilot said, we're heading for unrest, regardless. If Biden wins, the country's not going to be happy. I mean, realistically. If President Trump wins, Antifa's just going to continue doing their thing. The deep state's going to continue their things. The communist governors are going to continue doing what they've been doing. And honestly, it's going to be interesting either way it goes. So my recommendations, my advice are to keep your head on a swivel, keep your powder dry, watch and see what happens, but be prepared for the worst. All I can say is the numbers don't add up. It can't be what it appears, and we're just going to have to wait and see. But while we wait to see, we must be prepared. Have some food, have some water, have some ammo, have some precious metals, hopefully in adequate abundance of each of those categories. Sorry about my son in the background going nuts. That's what I mean about it being hard to record during the day. But, yeah, just have the stuff you need to be prepared in case things go south. There, I closed my door. But we don't know where things are going to go, So we need to be prepared for wherever they may go. I mean, seriously. Under a Biden administration, Beto's gonna come and try and take our guns. Under a Trump administration, Antifa's gonna keep on rioting. So we need to stay safe and be alert. This is Silver City Stacker signing off. God bless.